What is good, my friends? It's your homie Twitty, and I'm back at it with another reaction. I just couldn't wait to get into another one of these BTS reactions. You guys wanted me to react to these three songs. It was Intro Persona, Interlude Shadow, and now we got Outro Ego, which I believe is the man, was it JHope? Yeah, JHope. And yeah, he's one of the BTS members I haven't heard yet, so I can't wait to get into this. I don't know what to expect. I'm hoping it's been real hardcore, heavy hitting rap stuff, so let's see how the rest of this goes. So we got Map of the Soul 7, Outro, Ego, the comeback trailer. I actually wasn't aware of this, but the comeback trailers are supposedly shorter than the original songs. If this is the case and you guys want to see me react to those, maybe we could do a live stream sometime. Let me know below if you guys like that idea. But Outro Ego comeback trailer. Let's get into it. I got the pull it up for you, and I got the dual set Bang 10 lyrics, and I got the closed captions on the official video. So let's go.
We are now going to progress to some steps which are a bit more difficult. Ready, set, and begin.
I thought Intro Persona was going to be my favorite, but if this is some old school rap stuff too, ooh, what do they got for me?
We are now going to progress to some steps which are a bit more difficult. Ready, set, and begin.
Got that old school 90s. Okay, it's speeding up. Kind of got like a electro vibe with the old school elements. Ooh. It's a nice little aggressive style there because he came in very pumpy in the beginning there, and he's very different compared to the other two. I would say that for sure. It was like very poppy, bouncy, but then that he went into like that really gritty rap style for that second part of that verse. I found what he said in the beginning interesting too. I go back every day to the me of yesterday, so he thinks back to himself, his old self often. So he said to the life of giving up, so he thinks back to himself like at a low point, obviously, in his life, where he was giving up on his aspirations, giving up on his dreams, or maybe just hopeless, and broken at that point. I let myself go away. But in this world, there are truths that are unchanged, so there's these absolute truths in the world. And then he says, time rushes ever forward, there's no ifs, buts, or maybes. So, like, he's saying that time waits for no one. Like, you can stop, but time will just keep going by you. That's an absolute truth. I mean, time waits for no man. That's a saying that's been said forever. But no if, buts, maybes. So that's it's absolute. That gritty style, man. Okay. I like that, like what he was doing right there. Ooh.
운명의 선택, so we're here. 내 앞을 봐, the way you shine. Keep going now.
Okay, you know, this is a very like positive song and very bouncy. Very, yeah, I like it because like he's just talking about some real stuff. I mean, he's literally like, okay, so he says I go back every day to myself back then. So he's like saying he goes back every day to who he was back then, to the life where I chose to give up. So like his hope was broken. Place myself, but in a world there are some unchanging truth. Time flows forward. There are no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. When they feel distant, the memories of those days come flooding back. Touch the devil, grateful. Wait, what did he say? He said something different in what I read on here. He said like almost forgotten. Yeah, almost forgotten memories return. Touch of the devil, fateful recall. And I mean, you know, as someone who is, you know, has mental illness, like I've, you know, depression, bipolar, anxiety, you know, I have all these things. Like, no, you know, oftentimes when things are good, like random memories come back that I thought I'd almost forgotten, you know, to kind of just like taunt me even further, you know, and I can relate to that line right there so well. And he said the touch of the devil, fateful recall, you know, so it's just like he's, you know, it's just so, you know, it's just so evil that it comes back, you know, after all that time, and like that it's a crazy random time for me just to remember whatever this is that's bothering me. So he says, I still wonder why it called me again every day, ask me, guess it, whip it, repeat, oh, telling myself that nothing will change. I eventually again lock my worries up, close. How much love, how much joy. I comfort myself and stay calm. Which in this he said, soothe myself and stay calm alone. You know, and you know, he's talking about, it seems like he's talking about being in like an endless cycle of like, you know, just all these insecurities, woes, and just him just going back and forth, you know. But if I know anything from the other two previous songs, like this is all the story of how these men came into where they're at now, you know. So it deals with a lot of like what they were dealing with, and then it talks about like where they go. So I can't wait to see more of this journey. So I'll quit talking now.
그래야 don't care 전부 내 운명의 선택, so we're here.
See, so I mean, pretty much he said that right there, you know, as far as, so yeah, I don't care. It's all choices by my fate, so we're here. You know, and he says ahead of me is always shining. Look ahead there, the way is shining. So look ahead, the way's shining. So even though, like, all this stuff's going on with me personally, and I'm going back and forth, and I'm fighting with myself, and I'm dealing with these demons and stuff like that, like, I'm using all this as fuel to continue going. So he's almost to a point where he comes off egotistical because he just doesn't have worries, because, like, he's had all this stuff for a long time, and he knows it's like a driving force to keep him going in like his musical career and to keep pushing himself further, and you know, pushing, you know, the boundaries of music and everything. I mean, that's pretty cool. Pretty dope mantra, very cocky song, but you know, it's warranted.
Keep going now. Wherever onward. Until we go. Just trust myself.
You know what? And like I can agree with that. You know, just trust yourself, cuz like no, dude, man, do what makes you happy. You know what works for you. Like no one's going to tell you what you need to do and it worked for you. Like you need to figure that out yourself. And I'm glad this he seems to have figured it out, you know. And this is a very very good message to have in a song. You know, it's almost like "Don't worry, be happy," but like in its own way, in his personal journey. You know, he's realized that no, he's just gonna live now and keep going because like everything's shining, and he's gonna use his traumas, use his anxieties and insecurities to fuel his journey. And if that comes off cocky, so be it.
Just trust myself. 문득 스쳐가는 JHope이 아닌 정원석에서
Life not of JHope, what? Life not of JHope, but Jung Hong. No, I can't say that. Flashes by. Must have been full of regret, with no hope till I die. Dancing with streets. Okay, so it's almost like he's revisiting his verse, like his previous verse, but expanding on it. Because he said, life not of JHope, but, you know, he says his real name, flashes before his eyes, it was full of regret, and it's like a person that is almost unfamiliar to him now at this point in his life. Said blaming my dream, asking why I live and breathe. So yeah, he's talking about fighting off, just looking at himself now. So like the first verse was almost like, you know, maybe when he started to come into the realization, and now this is like him further along, like now in his life when he actually maybe sat down and wrote all these things down onto paper. You know, because like I like how there is a contrast between the two. Is it almost sounds like the two were almost written with like the mindset of years between. Oh my God, God. 7 years, yeah, see, 7 years. Okay, so 7 years of anguish came out finally. Okay, you know, and he's saying essentially, where is this? It's the worries of 7 years came out. So he's saying, like, you know, 7 years of anguish went by. All of his depressions resolved now. You know, into his heart is the answer of those I trusted most. Which is that what he said? Into my heart come answers from my most trusted. So, you know, he stopped worrying about what everybody else was telling him and started focusing on what the selected people that, you know, he trusts the most tell him, you know, and bring to his attention. Because we can't do things alone. Like, you'd be foolish to believe that you could do things alone. Like, these group of guys have all fueled each other and pushed each other to these great heights. And it's a great thing, camaraderie, to see. Only one hope, only one soul, only one smile, only one you. And that's the truth, man. There's only one you in this world. And, you know, I don't think that we were all made unique for no reason at all. I think everybody's meant to be their unique self. If you're not hurting anybody in this world, what is the harm for you being unique and weird in you? Like, you were supposed to be who you were supposed to be, you know? And life is a hell of a lot more boring when people just try to conform to what this idea of normal is. Be yourselves. You're not hurting no one. Be yourselves. Don't let anybody ever talk down to you or tell you what to do. Do what you think's right. And as long as you have no moral, you know, issues with it, and you're not hurting anybody, so be it, man. Do you. Do you. Definite answer to the truth of the world. Only one and unchanging me. So, like, you know, I'm just me, and that's unchanging. That I'm this person that you see. Cocky but true, man. And it's not, there's nothing wrong with feeling that way, man. Like, you know, use everything in your life to fuel your art, or just fuel you in whatever career path you want. Succeed, my friends. This is a great message for a series of songs. 이제 I don't care 전부 내 운명에 That singing, man, he's so good. Like, this is between the gritty rap style to that just angelic singing voice. Come on. Get out of here, man. Woof. Smooth. Trust myself. Became my fault. Became my what? It became my fate. Became my core. He's, and you know, that's cool because he's saying that, you know, all the bad things in his life and, you know, everything that made him, it made him, it shaped him into the man that he is today, and he can be thankful of those things. You know, so many people dwell on things of the past and let them bring them down. It's so refreshing to see people talk about using them to fuel their passion to something, or fuel just their desire to go on, and the motivation for them to just keep achieving what they need, what they want to do, and what they dream of. Map of the soul, map of the all. Nice. I really, really like that. That's not normally up my alley because it's like very poppy the way that was, but I can enjoy that. It had a very old school sound to it. You had a very new school vibe. The lyrics were just so relatable between these three songs, like as a series of songs. Like, I'm glad I went through them in the order that I did, and actually one right after the next, because no, like, just as an overall whole, you know, for all three of these songs, and even the song in itself, each one was its own art piece, and it was its own story of how that person came into where they are now and got over their you know, trials, tribulations, and everything in their life that potentially could have held them back, and they used it to become great and to keep going. So, and they wanted to share that with us, you know, and help us maybe come into our own. And that's why, no, this I'm blown away. I really am blown away. I did not expect that, and I cannot wait to check out some more of this stuff. So drop down below what you guys want to see me do next. Drop down you know, some of the rap ciphers, because I need to get into those. And just let me know what you want to see next the most, and I'll get to it when I can, because I can't wait to get to the next one. Have a kick-ass day, have a kick-ass week, have a kick-ass life, and be excellent, my friends. Peace.